Long ago, in a peaceful valley, surrounded by green hills and flowing rivers, there lived a young man named Ethan. He was intelligent, creative, and full of potential. Everyone believed he would achieve great success one day. But Ethan had one dangerous habit. He always said, "I'll do it tomorrow." Whether it was studying, helping his parents, learning a new skill, or completing important work, he always postponed it. At first, it seemed harmless, but slowly that habit began to shape his entire life. His friends practiced every day while Ethan rested. His classmates prepared for exams while Ethan wasted hours talking, wandering around the village, or daydreaming. Whenever someone advised him, he smiled confidently. "Don't worry," he would say. "There is still plenty of time." Months turned into years. One by one, his friends achieved their dreams. Some became successful merchants, some earned scholarships, and others started respected careers. Meanwhile, Ethan remained exactly where he had been years before. He blamed his luck, his circumstances, and sometimes even other people. One evening, after receiving another disappointing exam result, he sat alone beside a quiet lake. For the first time, he asked himself, "Why is everyone moving ahead while I stay behind?" Just then, an old traveler sat beside him. The traveler had kind eyes and a peaceful smile. "You look troubled," he said. Ethan sighed. "I work hard, or at least I want to, but somehow I never begin on time. I always delay everything. My dreams are becoming smaller every day." The old man nodded. "I cannot change your future," he replied, "but I can tell you a story. If you truly understand it, your life will never be the same." Ethan listened carefully. Many years ago, there ruled a wise and generous king named Adrian. Unlike other kings, Adrian believed that wealth should be earned, not simply given away. One day, while traveling through his kingdom, he met his childhood friend Marcus. The two had studied together as children. The king had become respected throughout the kingdom. Marcus, however, lived in poverty. His clothes were worn out, his face looked tired, and he constantly complained about his bad fortune. "My life has been unfair," Marcus said sadly. "No one trusts me, no one gives me opportunities." The king looked at him quietly. "Tell me honestly," he asked. "When people offer you work, do you complete it on time?" Marcus looked away. "Well, sometimes I delay things." The king smiled gently. "Very well. Tomorrow I shall give you the greatest opportunity of your life." Marcus's eyes filled with hope. The next morning, the king said, "Beyond the eastern forest stands an ancient palace filled with gold, silver, rare jewels, priceless paintings, and treasures collected over centuries. From sunrise until sunset, its gates will remain open. Whatever you carry out before sunset will belong entirely to you. But remember one rule. The gates will close the moment the sun disappears behind the mountains. After that, no one will ever enter again." Marcus could hardly believe his luck. He thanked the king repeatedly and rushed home. His wife became overjoyed. "Go now," she urged. "You must leave immediately." Marcus laughed. "The palace isn't going anywhere. First, let me enjoy a proper breakfast." He ate slowly. Then he leaned back comfortably. "I'll rest for just 15 minutes." Within moments, he was asleep. When he finally woke up, the sun was already high in the sky. Oh no! He grabbed several empty sacks and hurried toward the palace. As he crossed a beautiful meadow, he heard cheerful music. A traveling fair had arrived. "There is still plenty of time," he thought. "I'll watch for just a few minutes." The performances were entertaining. The dancers amazed him. The musicians filled the air with joyful melodies. Those few minutes became an entire hour. Realizing the time, Marcus rushed forward. Soon, the afternoon sun became hot. He noticed a huge oak tree casting cool shade. "I've been walking for hours," he thought. "A short rest will give me more energy." A gentle breeze blew across the fields. Birds sang peacefully. Without realizing it, Marcus fell asleep once again. When he opened his eyes, the sky had turned orange. The sun was already descending. Fear rushed through his heart. He dropped everything and ran as fast as he could. The palace appeared in the distance. Its golden towers shone in the evening light. "I can still make it," he shouted. Every step felt heavier than the last. Finally, he reached the palace gates. His hand stretched toward the entrance. At that exact moment, the sun disappeared behind the mountains. With a thunderous sound, the enormous gates slowly closed. Marcus fell to his knees. "No, please," he cried. "I was so close." The king, watching from the palace balcony, walked toward him. "My friend," he said calmly, "the treasure was never taken from you. You gave it away yourself. Gold can be earned again. Opportunities may return. But every minute you waste is gone forever." Marcus lowered his head. For the first time, he understood that poverty had never been his greatest enemy. His greatest enemy had been procrastination. The old traveler finished his story. Silence filled the lakeside. Ethan stared at the calm water. "It wasn't bad luck," he whispered. "It was his choices." The traveler smiled. "Exactly. Every sunrise places a treasure chest in your hands. Inside are 24 golden hours. Spend them wisely, and they will build your future. Waste them, and one day you will discover that your greatest opportunities have quietly disappeared." Those words changed Ethan forever. The next morning he woke before sunrise. He made a daily schedule. He stopped delaying important tasks. Whenever he felt like saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," he remembered the closing palace gates. Weeks became months. Months became years. Slowly, his confidence returned. He passed his exams with excellent grades. He learned valuable skills. He built a successful career. People who once laughed at him now admired his discipline. Whenever young students asked him the secret of his success, he always gave the same answer. Success is not built in one extraordinary day. It is built by respecting every ordinary day. Time is the only treasure that every person receives equally. The rich and the poor, the young and the old, all receive 24 hours each day. Those who value time create a meaningful life. Those who waste it eventually lose opportunities they can never recover. Remember, if you respect your time, time will reward you. But if you waste your time, one day time will silently leave you behind.